Let's see what the cards have laid out for you. Okay, so the first card out here is the Page of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. The Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, I have the Star, the Two of Cups, this Two of Swords, the Tower in the reverse, the Four of Cups, Knight of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Death card. Okay, so you have three major arcana cards, and it's looking very good, and I definitely feel that overall there is a situation from the past, okay? And this could be just people coming back because it's a Mercury in retrograde energy, but this is definitely something that that you need to have a resolution for, all right? So what I am sensing is that I do feel that overall there has been, since Saturn since that Saturn transit ended in your sign and moved on into Sagittarius, I do feel that, you're getting a little bit of a break from life where the emotional energy is not affecting you so much, okay? So this happened since you have been given a little bit of a break where you feel as if life is not such a heavy emotional experience. You were feeling a little bit more elated. You felt that things were starting to go your way. And this is a month in which I feel that unresolved issues from the past is coming up for re-examination. And what I mean by that is I definitely feel that the Star here indicates some type of major emotional healing, okay? Usually it is a wish card. And in this situation, it is a very, very profound wish that you are emotionally wound up in, okay? This is a situation that has recently happened within the past 2 or 4 months, or this is something else that is a more deep-rooted issue that has been happening for quite some time, especially during that Saturn return or Saturn transit. But this is a major transformative month for you, where some patterns, some things from the past are coming back up, okay? So for those of you who are dealing with this as a new energy, I definitely do feel that this is the month in which you're starting to have open communication, discourse, and some type of a communication breakthrough with another person. If the other person has been, very self-absorbed, very self-involved in the past, or if the other person has been very confrontational in the past, I do feel that they don't mean it, and they didn't realize that you were so sensitive, is what I'm sensing. Like, this very strong message, okay? Either that, or they're just a little bit emotionally immature, and they're not all that, 100% considerate of other people's feelings. So that's the first message here. I also feel that the healing, the emotional connection between the two of you is going to be solidified for this month. And I do feel that as a result of it, there is a lot of things that need to take place, healing on the emotional front. Kind of like that whole bearing your soul process, where you need to tell the other person how it is, or you need to come to a mutual understanding. And the only way for that to happen is if you both let your guard down, if you both approach this situation more in a objective manner rather than an emotional manner. I definitely do feel this is going to be a very emotional month for you. You're showing up here in the reverse position, which indicates to me that healing needs to take place. And I feel that for a lot of you, there is somebody that that you care about them a great deal. I'm sensing there are two people. There are two people So these two people are people that you care greatly about. And I'm almost feeling as if for the past few months you've been going with the flow and you don't really question the direction of this friendship, this relationship, this work partnership. And you've been, pretty complacent about it. And you're not 100% happy with it. But you're not really demanding more out of this significant relationship. And this is the month for you to voice your opinion, for you to start to realize that the other person could be, in and out of your life, or they might be at a threshold or at some type of a juncture in their life in which they might not be in the picture in the long run. And the thought of, the fact that they might be leaving your life is making you feeling very emotionally rattled. And as a result of it, you feel that you need to voice your opinions. You feel like you need to like clear the air. And you feel as if it seems like, that whole concept of grasp, you're trying to clasp at sand in your hand and it gradually slips out through the cracks in your fingers. That's what it's starting to feel like to me. It seems as if you're hanging on to something and you realize that no matter what, it's slipping away. And you're starting to realize that I have nothing to lose because the other person is slipping away. So I have to voice whatever it is that I feel. I have to be very, very honest and just, I have to bear my feelings, bear my soul, and put it all on the table. It's like no holds barred. There's nothing else to lose. So I need to do this in order to let the other person know how I feel. And it's a very, very uncomfortable feeling for you because it's leaving you feeling quite vulnerable. And that's something that you were debating for quite some time. And that's why you weren't able to voice your feelings to this other person. I just want to say that you have some beautiful cards here when it comes to healing in a relationship, okay? And this is going to be a very therapeutic, a very important breakthrough for you coming through on for this month. And I do sense that no matter what, just say whatever it is that you need to say because the other person, whatever happened in the past, I do feel that they didn't mean it, okay? So that's the first thing. The other thing that is coming through, and this is for a different group of Scorpios, if you have been involved with an earth sign in a romantic setting, okay? This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We do have the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse position. I do feel this is somebody who is a little bit more self-interested, who is a little bit more, they're kind of like on the forefront or on the very beginning of their career track, and they're very focused on that. So the relationship might have been very unstable between you and that earth sign. And I feel that this earth sign is now in your past because we are following that up with the regret card and also with the tower in the reverse. So there has been major transformation within this relationship with the earth sign. And you're starting to realize that they're not 100% invested in you, okay? Either that or you are kind of, so it goes both ways. So I definitely feel that there is somebody that in your life where the emotions and the commitment was very one-sided, and there is potential for this month to resolve this issue, okay? There is definitely potential here for you both to have some type of a discussion, some type of healing regarding this situation. At the same time, I do feel that the way this can play out for a lot of you is that it's very, I feel like this almost like this floodgate of emotions opening up because we have the Five of Pentacles here. Oh, excuse me, Four of Pentacles. And this is the Miser card. And it's usually, holding on tight to your finances. But because it's underneath the Queen of Cups in the reverse representing you, I feel that a lot of things that you've held in, like emotional repression, the floodgate is opening where you're starting to, release all of that. But the experience is very positive because not only are you able to release it in a healthy manner, you're able to achieve a lot of healing from it, emotional healing, and just, feeling quite balanced as a result. So letting your feelings show, letting your vulnerabilities, putting that out there on the table, especially when it comes to interpersonal relationships, that's going to be so much more beneficial for you than holding it in. And I definitely feel this is a great opportunity for you to do that. And for a different group of you, for those of you who are dealing with an air sign, so this is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I do feel that, no matter the time frame that you have been involved with this air sign, I do feel that, I do sense that this air sign, well, it's also a different element, and it's also somebody who's very different from you. But I definitely feel that within this relationship, you were very, very emotionally linked in with this air sign. And it was a really beautiful, healing, therapeutic relationship. But you kept your guard up. So no matter how much you might have cared about this person, you never fully let your guard down, and they might not have ever seen the real you. Okay, so it seems to me like it had the potential, or it has the potential now to be a very beautiful relationship. And it comes with it, though, a, the air signs, they're naturally very inquisitive. So they are going to ask those really uncomfortable questions. And I feel that in the past you might have shied away from it, or you're starting to feel as if, I don't want this person asking me so many, deep rooted questions, because it's making me re-examine my life, or it's bringing up really uncomfortable feelings. Okay, I'm sensing like emotional discomfort, but in a good therapeutic way. It's sort of like, seeing a counselor or seeing a therapist, and they're asking you all these questions about your childhood or about your past, things that you don't really want to talk about, but they need to be brought up for re-examination. So something here on the emotional realm is being brought up, and you're being questioned for it. You're being asked about it in a way that is very inquisitive, also in a way that is making you feel a little bit vulnerable, a little bit exposed, and a little bit just uncomfortable. So that's what is coming through here. For those of you who are undergoing any type of like a psychiatric, even medicinal, or even, therapeutic type of session, you are going to have a major, major breakthrough for this month. And I definitely feel that you are going to be able to get to a higher understanding of your motives in the past, of emotions, or even, ways. You are going to come into insights about how you were emotionally blocking yourself from abundance in the past. So that's a small minority of you who are going through some type of therapy treatment. But I definitely feel that the overall energy here is that it's about how we were blocking or self-sabotaging in the past when it comes to holding back in relationships. How we were, I guess, not 100% authentic in our relationships in the past, that might have brought the end to that relationship. And this can come, from you, or it can come from the relationship partner in general. But I definitely feel that, it's sort of like a mirror effect, where one person takes on portrays the same traits as the other person. So it might have been, emotional withdrawal from you, and then your partner feels that, oh, you're being distant, so they also withdraw emotionally, and then it becomes a vicious cycle. Or it can just be, emotional manipulation coming from one person and then is mirrored by the other person. Or it could just be, like lack of emotional involvement coming through, and both parties are just like okay with the status quo, And as a result of it, both parties are ending up very dissatisfied with the relationship. So that is something in the past that is coming up for reexamination. And you're starting to realize that you really have to open up. You really have to give people the benefit of the doubt. And you have to show your vulnerabilities, or you have to, expose your vulnerabilities so that you can have more of an authentic connection on the emotional front with another person. So that's the theme that we're going to be dealing with for this month. I also feel as well that if you are debating between two people, possibly an earth sign and an air sign, I do feel that you need to make a decision here, okay? It's never a good thing to be caught between two people, especially if the two people are not aware that you're seeing other people. So that's just something to keep in mind, because I do feel that you're kind of not making a decision because you're delaying the inevitable, okay? And the inevitable is not looking too pretty. So if you're in a situation where you have to decide between two people, try to do it early on in the month, because no matter what happens, I know it's Mercury in retrograde, but I feel that you're kind of dragging things on, trying to figure out it seems like you I feel that you automatically know who you're supposed to be with. I mean, innately, we all know, and we know who's a better option for us. And sometimes we don't always listen to our intuition. So I definitely feel that, go with your gut instinct. You're making the right choice, and you're being protected here. So you are making the right choice. And it is in your best interest to make that decision early on in the month. Otherwise, there can be an awkward situation coming up between the two people. Okay, like arguments, disputes, and things like that. One person finding out about you and the other person, for example. So it's just, save yourself that trouble, save yourself the hassle and the drama. I also feel as well that this is a lot about letting go, okay? It's not about losing the other person, but it's about releasing somebody that you don't love so that you can go out and find love for yourself. Or it's about releasing somebody that you don't love so that they can go and find whoever it is that they love. So it seems to me like if you've been hanging on to a relationship out of a sense of security, this is the month in which you have to release it, okay? It seems to me, because we have the Tower and the Four of Pentacles, that the process of releasing is really not within your control. It seems as if the universe is forcing you to release something. Release a person, release an old way of doing, because it hasn't really been serving you. Releasing a person so that they can move on ahead with their lives, or releasing a person to see if they will come back to you because they love you, or just to find out, how authentic the love is. Okay, so this is a really transformative month, and it is a very emotionally, I would say, it is definitely bringing up some uncomfortable feelings. It's bringing up people from the past as well. It's bringing up patterns in our relationships and our friendships, okay? I'm going to say that for a lot of you might be reconnecting with an air sign, or connecting with a new air sign. I do feel this is somebody that is, it's not, I don't feel like a new energy. I do feel that it is somebody from the past that you're getting a second chance to either reconcile with, or at least get some healing from, get some answers from. And it's coming in as an air sign here. I definitely feel that the earth signs for a lot of you might just be somebody from your past that you've come to terms with, or at least you need to come to terms with and let go for good, okay? Because you're turning your back here on this earth sign, and I feel that some healing is taking place for you, where a new person, possibly an air sign, can come in. So a lot of you are transitioning from earth signs to an air sign, or at least meeting an air sign that is going to be very favorable for you. come the last 2 weeks of this month. Now, on the work front and on the work and finances, I do feel that for a lot of you, you might think about, or you might be thinking about, I feel like there are some positions opening up on the work front, okay? You know, possibly 2 jobs or 3 jobs opening up on the work front. And you feel that the salary is not, it's, you feel that the jobs themselves are not bad jobs per se, but for some reason the salary is not really commensurate to the amount of work that you're doing. So those jobs are opening up, and I definitely feel that it would be in your best interest to apply for them, okay? Because there's something else that is under the cover. And it seems to me like you're kind of debating, you know, whether or not it's even worth it because the salary is so low. But I do feel that if, for those of you especially looking for work, those 3 positions, I feel like there might be 3, or there might be like 5 altogether. But the cards are indicating to me that you can work those two of those positions like part-time, and then both of them are like part-time, so they give you like a lot of a very, very good income stream. So I hope that makes sense to you. There's some type of ingenuity that you have to bring to the table when it comes to the work front. Piecing together 2 part-time jobs, for example, to make a very, very lucrative full-time job. Now, it requires a little bit more, you know, dedication and hard work, but it's a very good deal. So, you know, look into it and look to see if it's even possible to get those 2 part-time jobs and make a full-time gig out of them, okay? Additionally, I do feel this might also be a very good month. So it's a very, very good month for you to communicate effectively with other people. And I do sense that you want to slow down when you talk a little bit, okay? I feel that your emotions are kind of running the game here. And that can be, you know, dealing with people and then having a very, very strong emotional response to them. It can be very negative or it can be very positive, but I do feel that it can play out both ways. I do feel that you have you're so emotionally charged up that you might say things you don't mean. And then you have to go back and fix the situation, or you might, you know, feel like you're biting your tongue at the end of the day because you've said too much. So just, you know, be very, take a step back and be a little bit more detached when it comes to communication. Or at least, you know, communicate in a way that is, if you feel something very, very strongly, take a step back and then try to verbalize it or try to communicate it. All right, just take that moment, you know, that 3-5 seconds to think about what you're going to say before you say it. So just let the emotion subside, because I do feel that it can lead to disagreements and it can lead to arguments. But most of you are very, very good communicators, and you say things in a way that is really easy to understand. So I definitely feel that that's going to help you. But either way, take that, you know, 3-5 seconds for you to yourself before you say or talk about a very emotionally charged topic. Okay. Let me see if there's any last minute things coming up here. A lot of you, though, I feel that you're going to have to let some people go, okay? We have the Tower, 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, which is a card about release. You've been debating this for quite some time, and I do feel that this is the month in which things can't be swept under the rug anymore. So it's really important for you to come to terms with that and, you know, just try to implement that severance between people that are not serving your greater good. Okay, so that's my advice here. So Scorpio, I do feel it is going to be a very therapeutic month. I don't feel the busy energy, and I do sense that overall there is going to be a lot of opportunities for healing, opportunities for emotional expression in a very positive way, love connections that can be made here. And even, you know, this is a card about having a very strong emotional bond with somebody, almost like a karmic soulmate type of connection. It looks very beautiful. And if this is even somebody, it could even be somebody from your past that you're getting a second chance with. So don't let the opportunity slip you by, okay? Take the opportunity when they come, in work and in love and in life in general, all right? So please take care of your team. Bye-bye.